Hi, hello, and welcome. My name is
Red Retro Thunder,
aka
Retro.
Certified Asian Gamer, artist, filmmaker, editor, and more. And I thank you for coming to my graduation. Though, right now I'm sure you have a glaring question before we begin this event. What is Smash Bros. And how can I play it? Well, for our tournament, with a prize pool of $85, I can show you the basics on how you can defeat all your enemies in this room right now. Go ahead and wave to the fellow aunts, uncles, and more that are trying to beat you for the prize pool of $85. Now I incline you to buckle up and listen along to my explanation, for this can decide whether you can obtain the prize pool of $85 or go home empty-handed. Now let's dive right in, shall we?
Let's go!
Starting off, this is a Pro Controller. This is what you will be using to go against your opponents today. These are the A, B, X, and Y buttons. Below them is the right stick, and over here is the left stick. Below that is the D-pad, and on top are the bumpers, as well as the triggers. Now I know this is already a lot of information to take in if you've never touched anything like this before, but you can be reassured that it isn't that bad, if you're playing Mr. Game & Watch. Anyways though, at the end of the explanation, feel free to ask me any questions at all. Moving on to the actual game of Smash, I'm going to try to simplify this as best I can by splitting the controlling into 3 different categories: moving, defending, and attacking. Along with these will come subcategories and goals that you must reach or overcome in battle. Keep an open mind and be sure to take in as much as you can. First comes just general movement. Smash is on a 2D plane, so you will only be traveling left or right. The left stick is your main catalyst for moving in any direction. Holding right or left will let your character move. Quickly holding it right or left will let your character dash in that direction. Holding up will let your character jump. There's an option where this can be turned off if you prefer to jump in a separate method. Just like running, the height at which you jump will differ on how far or hard you hold or flick the left stick. Each character will have 2 jumps that you can use. No more, no less. Usually, there are some exceptions, like, him, her, or even him. Finally, holding down on the left stick will enable your character to crouch. Doing this can let you dodge some attacks or gives you the ability to use different attacks. TLDR, left and right on the left stick lets you walk and run, up and down lets you jump and crouch. You have 2 jumps at your disposal, keep that in mind. Next comes defending. Going against strong and fast attacks may not give you enough time or thought to simply move out of the way, and that's why we have defensive options to go along with everything else. Using the trigger will allow you to hold a slowly decreasing bubble around your character, acting as a shield that can block attacks. Albeit rare, there are a few moves that will go through or even break your shield. Having your shield broken by holding it too long or having continuous damage dealt to it will lead to your character being stunned for a prolonged period. You can decrease this period by mashing your controller's buttons and sticks. Back to more options though. Flicking down on the left stick while holding your shield will enable what is called a spot dodge, a brief moment of invincibility where your character cannot be hit. You can also flick right or left on the thumbstick to initiate a roll. You'll have invincibility in this as well. This also falls into the air, where tapping the trigger while airborne will lead into an air dodge. You can dodge in any direction with this, meaning that you'll be pushed wherever you flick the thumbstick while air dodging. These are the 3 options you can do as far as defending. And before I move on, when I say thumbstick, that also means left stick usually. And finally comes possibly the biggest aspect of all, attacking. Smash is a platform fighting game. It's unlike any other traditional one where the main goal is to be in close vicinity with your opponent, trying to bring down their health bar till they're defeated. But you know, there are some zoners in other fighting games too. However, in Smash, you'll deal damage to your opponent and add percentage to them instead. The more percent they take, the higher their knockback growth becomes, meaning that they'll be launched easier off the stage. Each player will have 3 stocks, aka lives, meaning they'll have to get their opponent off the screen at any side far enough to where they reach the blast zone. And to put it simply, the blast zone is where your character will die. Now to go into more depth with your attacks, they will be linked typically to these 5 control methods: the A button, the B button, the 2 bumpers, and the right stick. With the A and B button, their attacks will be influenced by how your left stick is controlled as well. First is your left stick in the neutral state. The A button will release a normal jab attack. They can typically be either a 1-2-3 combo, a rapid attack combo, or a single attack jab, and sometimes just a 1-2 combo. Simply holding or walking in a direction while clicking A will release one of the 3 tilt attacks. This is called a forward tilt. Holding slightly up or waiting until after you have jumped or spot dodged and pressing A will release an up tilt. And holding slightly or completely down and pressing A will release a down tilt. These can also be triggered by flicking the right stick in any direction. A setting in the controls like jumping needs to be changed for this though. Moving on is a single attack triggered by dashing with the left stick and clicking A. This is a dash attack. Pretty simple and easy to input. There are also attacks in the air. Holding the left stick forward while pressing A will release your forward air. Holding the left stick back while pressing A will release your back air. Holding the left stick up while pressing A will be your up air. And holding the left stick down while pressing A is your down air. And after these are a selection of moves that I'm sure I'll be seeing many times throughout this tournament. This is a smash attack. There are 3 just like the tilt attacks, but are usually used as a KO move or a mix-up option. You must hold your left stick and click A at the same time to trigger a smash attack, or just simply flick the right stick. Flicking left or right on the left stick and clicking A will be called a forward smash. Flicking up and clicking A will be an up smash. And flicking down and clicking A will be a down smash. They're simple moves to understand and input, but can be a deadly option that can decide matches in a flash. But before moving on to this dreaded topic, let's go over what these guys do. Clicking one of the bumpers will trigger what is easily shown visually. This is a grab. After grabbing an opponent, you can deal more damage by clicking A and then use one of the 4 directions on the left stick to throw your opponent in that direction. There's a forward throw, a back throw, an up throw, and my personal favorite, a down throw. These can be used to start combos or get your opponents into certain situations. Very useful if you use them correctly, especially for the characters I play. And here we are for your next attack options. It's the B button. Now, like some of the attacks before, there are 4 options within using the B button, aka your character's special moves. First, having your left stick in the neutral state and clicking the B button will release your neutral special. Having your left stick to the right or left and clicking the B button will release your side special. Having your left stick downwards and clicking the B button will release your down special. And most importantly, having your left stick upwards and while pressing the B button will release your up special. Typically a move that will help raise your character upwards while having an active hitbox. And while we're here, you notice that I said typically. Each character in this game has slightly different physics and mechanics when it comes to their moves, so don't assume that every character will be the same. There are 89 characters in this game. You also might be wondering why I said the up special was the most important. That's because it's part of a clear and crucial mechanic of Super Smash Bros. As a whole. Recovering. Recovering is simply getting back onto the stage after losing your position, whether it be by getting launched off or having to go off to maybe do a punish. A very simple concept that can turn out to be extremely difficult, as every character has different moves. The methods in which they recover can differ as well. With recovering comes the mechanic of ledges. You can always just jump back onto the stage, but if you're just a little short or maybe a little below, you can grab the ledge instead. You gain a little bit of invincibility and have about, 5 options to getting back on from here. You can either just get up, attack and get up, roll, jump, go back and jump, and that's about it. But characters can really mix these up, so be careful. And to really get into the nitty-gritty of some things that I should teach you, do not waste your double jump. People usually have tendencies to double jump immediately after being hit off stage, which, who knows, since everyone's a beginner, you might not get punished for it. But if you get launched far enough, it might be best to save that and possibly use one of your specials to get back on instead. All in all, this is mostly what you'll need to know regarding Smash. The next things I can realistically teach you is the topic of N-lag, startup, DI, and character archetypes. So just to shoot them out quickly, N-lag is the time between the next move you make and the initial move you make. Startup is the time before you start an actual move. DI and or SDI is the direction you hold during a combo or after being launched. There's fast falling, the process in which where you hold down in the air will allow your character to fall faster. This can help speed up your movement and get more attacks in. Parrying. Letting go of your shield shortly after it gets hit will let you do a parry. It gives you a brief moment of time to punish your opponent. Wall jumps. There are select few characters that when you press your stick away from the wall, they will do a wall jump. This allows for more height recovering, making it easier, as you don't have to use your double jump. Staling. With attacks and a few defensive options, if you do it too much, it'll eventually get slower and will be less effective. Character archetypes are simply an organization in which a character's playstyle can be simplified to. For example, Mario is a brawler. He runs in with his fists and is slightly stubby. Cloud is a sword fighter. He must space around his opponents and use his sword to his advantage. Samus is a zoner. She uses her projectiles to keep her opponents in check and generally doesn't like playing the game or having fun with others. And here's a grid I did not make with every character placed in these archetypes. Don't worry too much about them. And that completes my quick guide on the controls of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It may seem complicated at first, but I guarantee you it isn't that bad. Maybe. Choose a character that you like, and maybe watch a quick video before it's your turn to play. Remember that it's just a game, and we're here to have fun. Anyways though, good luck to everyone, and remember, there's money on the line, and at some point, it's not about having fun anymore. Good luck. I wish you the best, and I hope to see you in Grand Finals.